Going to reboot the Steam
I think we
machine.
ran out of ads to play, so...
Yeah.
Oh, look, Jason's here.
Oh, I didn't know the camera. Is the camera on?
Oh yeah,
Is it on?
Jason's supposed to be
It is.
there.
And I'm sitting over here until Jason gets back from dinner.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he didn't drive. And then
Cool,
I'll jump
cool.
over there, so...
Cool. Later.
Right now we are getting 11 set up.
Jason, hope it's game. Do you love this?
This is why it's not working.
Oh.
I like this, it's a restarting marathon.
So what all have I missed? What happened with the? I looked and it was like 29,000. Then I looked again and it was 31,000. What
We had the
happened?
auction.
The auction.
Auction?
Pretty much. Like the top 3 people had about or close to 500 apiece, and John
Wow.
Arm was the 3rd one.
Wow.
I donated a bit to get that going.
What was the prize that was given away?
I think it's this.
This pack right here.
I believe so.
Oh, there's also a new incentive people can bid back and forth on to choose our final game.
Oh, okay. So what's the,
Yeah,
how
they
long will the
changed
final
the-
game last for?
I'm not sure how long it's scheduled. I think like 6 hours.
So they can choose the final game for the last 6 hours. What's the choices?
Final Fantasy IV: The After Years or Final Fantasy Dimensions.
All right.
Yeah, they
Wait,
changed the game.
is there no Mercy Kill runs happening, or is
There are.
Oh, there are going to be some of those too.
See if I can find that update.
They'll be coming up. Actually, the first of them will be coming up after I'm done with 11.
How long has it you been
Final
playing on
Fantasy
for?
3.
2 hours.
2 hours of 11. Then we're moving on to Final Fantasy 3
Yeah, with WoW Gamer.
with WoW Gamer, and then we're moving on to.
Don't know.
Well, it says Final Fantasy 2 with JD,
Then we got JD.
and Final Fantasy 7 with Kevy.
Final Fantasy 7 should be nice because Kevin knows that run just didn't go well last time.
And then it will switch over to Final Fantasy 15 downloadable content with Mandy Kitty.
All right.
And then Final Fantasy 13, I think.
Yeah, with Ruju. And then
Wait, did Rouge not finish?
No.
Really? I thought she finished that.
Yeah, I mean, I was asleep, so I didn't see the end.
Rip.
And then after that will be, After Years of Dimensions.
All right. Are you saying this one? Because I'll move right to that side. That way Silver Moon can sit right here.
I can move over here. It doesn't matter.
You don't have to. I'm just saying I can sit on the other side if it's easier for you to be here.
What's your-
Because
what's
Silver
your-
Moon, that way you can be closer to the mic so you can
Yeah.
hear better.
Take it off.
Let me...
Before, hurry before Discord comes up.
I'm going to turn off that real quick, and then we'll turn it back on.
Yeah,
So
1
we
second,
can-
guys. Just getting set up here. Huge shout out to Blau here for hooking us up with this steam machine to use during the marathon. It's a huge help.
And outside
Luckily,
of the
he's
first
here.
day when it got, like, I don't know, sorted out or whatever.
Yeah, it's a huge help, except when Baltus hits the power switch.
Minor detail.
And then tries to make you freak out about him doing it multiple times by joking about it.
Classic Baltas.
Pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see some Dimensions. I don't think I've seen anyone stream that before.
There we go, getting everything set up.
I actually saw someone streaming it a couple days before the marathon. First time I'd seen someone streaming it.
And hopefully the sequel they're working on will get a U.S. release.
I just want a Steam release of the first one.
Yeah, that's another thing.
They're
I
not
don't get
updating
why
the
they didn't.
Android version, and it needs controller support.
Who out there in the chat world is excited for some Final Fantasy 11? Or there's still a lot of people who are diehard?
Final Fantasy
a lot of people
Dimensions
play it.
is it's a new 2D
Oh, I'm interested.
style Final Fantasy game. It's original story. It's not a remake of anything, not a port of anything. It's a brand new game, but it's most similar to Final Fantasy V because it's got a job system like it, but it's pretty greatly expanded from that.
Yeah, I think it was around 2011 when it initially came out, 2012, somewhere
Oh
around there.
no, it's far more recent than that. It was like 2015. Maybe in Japan.
Dimensions?
Take
Yeah.
it to the wiki.
Because I know I played it a lot longer ago than that.
But are there still big people, or people who are really big into Final Fantasy 11?
There are some people. The world record speedrunner for Shadow Lord category just recorded his run in May.
Oh wow, so it's still relevant. We're just setting up. We're switching over games because it was set up and there was Final Fantasy 14 being played, and now they're switching over to Final Fantasy 11, so you guys can get some more MMO goodness.
The only thing they didn't do in Space's run, they didn't go to actually one of the areas where you can dive under the water.
No.
They did do the swimming though on the surface, which was fun, but they added.
Wait, that's not what I. What?
Almost set up, guys. We're just putting all the finishing touches here.
Just waiting for Discord to open so I can close it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Initially
slow.
in Japan it was 2010, and then internationally in 2012.
Solid wants to know, did I overhear earlier
Oh.
that Final Fantasy 14 is free now with the
This-
level cap?
Yes.
The
There you go.
sequel.
You can play up to level 35.
The sequel was released in 2015.
What was the other one?
Well, there's no English name yet, but the sequel to Dimensions was released in Japan in 2015. Final Fantasy Legends Toki no Suishio. But I probably butchered that, but which would be
It's like
Dimensions
Warriors
2,
of Light and Dark.
probably. But hopefully that gets an English release. If it's been 2 years, then that could be. If they're working on it, could be sometime soon.
Man, was
This-
it really 2011 for Dimensions?
Well, it was 2012, at least on Android, I think. Yeah, because I know, based off of what was happening in my life, because I had played it before I met one of my most recent girlfriends, who I think she said she had played it, and I played it like all week during one of my vacations. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it just doesn't seem like that was that long ago.
Oh man, guys, we're almost ready.
It just reminds me I've been at my job for almost 8 years.
Yeah, well,
Well, tilt
next
this
year
better
will
so you can
be
see that at a better angle as well.
next team will be 13 years for me.
Just let me know when I can re-enable the Elgato.
It'll be
thing.
after I enter my password.
We don't want to see your password.
We should let them. Let's share your account with everybody. What do you
was
say?
later
That's only
when I
nice.
was
That's a nice
2016
thing to
or
do.
Final
Let me make sure my
Fantasy
controller's
2.
working.
I used to watch this guy who like he would minimize it, or he'd put an overlay on his screen while he typed in his password. Well, he couldn't see the screen, and he's like, well, why didn't log in? And he goes back and he put his
Okay.
password next to his
Everybody
email
can
address.
see it.
And almost immediately, someone had attached a Blizzard Authenticator to his
Oh,
account.
that's messed up.
Like immediately.
On in Rust, there's like each one of your doors, when you place it down, you put a key code in it, and people usually use their keyboard to because you can't see their hands when they type on the keyboard. But every once in a while, someone will mess up and do click combinations, just like 4 numbers, because you go click 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 click, and everybody now knows all the combinations to your house. So everybody's like sprinting for that home, like they steal all your loot.
We're still down, right?
Yeah, we don't see any of
Okay.
this screen right now.
It's hacking into the mainframe. I don't know if they saw that.
Yeah, I could have played the intro video again.
That's good. We're about to begin it anyways.
Oh, okay. This is some music I've not heard in like 10 years.
Blast from the past.
What the?
Uh oh. I need to cover things up again.
I'm not showing any of those Steam machines.
I'm in his hands.
I just have the Elgato disabled right now.
Oh.
So.
Let me, just in case. Look away, chat. Look away.
But then he can't see his own.
Chase is Q1. Well, thank you. I saw that. Oh, it's so nice of you, Lotus. It's a good password. Very secure. Oh man, is that a Rust boy in the chat?
I guess I must have mistyped it.
No, a Rust player. They're pretty rare, but they're out there.
In just a second, we'll enable the Elgato so you can see Final Fantasy 11.
Oh, you're good.
It's good to go?
Oh, I'm good
Okay.
to go now?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
My bad. Blau. Lotus. Same thing to me.
Well,
Same thing.
this is the one time where it's gonna make
We
sense.
might have to adjust the...
Because my character is named Lotus.
Yes! Yes!
But
Wait, what do you mean by offline rating soon there? What do I pronounce that? Just Osu? Osu?
that's a Q, yeah.
Is it going to be a full screen app?
Yes.
Okay, so...
I mean, because can't you already offline raid by slapping, like, dynamite or whatever, C4 on a wall?
Oh wait, this
That's
is
basically
like...
offline.
It's like cut off to the side.
It's cut off slightly? Do you know how to reposition? Because I'm a little bit...
I know how.
That's why we got him here. Almost set up, guys. We're so close. Final Fantasy 11 goodness. I mean, I've never really played like any Final Fantasy for the most part. I mean, I've seen them played, but I never really got big into them. But Final Fantasy 11 and 14 MMOs, I have a little more interest in them because I have a problem.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
addicted to MMOs. I love them. That looks real bad. Well,
Like
it's
Poke MMO?
Poke MMO was pretty freaking sweet. My favorite thing
And that not good.
about Poke, we don't talk about that. My favorite thing about Poke MMO was when it was brand new and like everybody wasn't just like maxed out.
Hey, look, it's a Jason. Well, that's who said it looks real bad. Yeah.
Don't leave his caves. Don't leave his caves of, what was that, Narsh?
Narsh.
We just call him Narsh. It's like nice.
Yeah. They showed off a tattoo they just got, a fresh tattoo they just got earlier today.
All right,
What was
we're
it?
good to go.
I don't know. Maybe. Oh no, I turned it off.
Let's see this tat.
It was like a design.
Is everything looking good over there?
Yep, we got it fixed.
Good to go.
Sweet. Well, that's an awesome shirt. Where'd you get that shirt?
Fan gamer.
Fan Gamer. I should have known. I shouldn't even asked. Anytime it's an awesome shirt, it's always Fan Gamer.
Once he selects his character, I'm gonna start the clock.
I should move my water out of
There's
your
no
way.
need to start the clock.
It's nothing.
Yeah, no.
Here, you sit on
But
this.
do reset it.
You sit on this side of him, I'll sit on the other side. That way we can be as close to that mic as possible.
He's closer to the mic than he's closer to you.
I can snuggle with Lotus.
Surprise! It's Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
It's been his plan all along. It only took him like a decade. He slow played it. Are we all on camera?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just. I'm gonna. This guy needs to move slightly to the left.
100% of the time it's Fan Gamer, and 60% of the time it's Space Coyote.
That's true. That's true, Zelpar. Can you do me a favor, Silver Moon, like tilt it like slightly? I can still read it, but I want it to be like perfect. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. By the way, everybody show Silver Moon some love. This is his first, I mean, obviously he's watched mini marathons,
Yeah.
but this is his first to actually get to participate in, and we've loved having him. What have you thought of the marathon? I mean, it's getting towards the end, so what have you thought of it so far?
Oh, it's great. And you know what's funny? I got a message from my mom on Facebook. Apparently she's been watching, and she said she's been loving like the crazy antics and stuff people have been doing, and she loved the titty train,
No.
which is. But
I didn't think that
Well,
would. That
let's
would
see who
be
wins
as big
between
as
a
it
metal
was.
slime and a cactar.
It was weird.
What is going on here? in this,
What is that thing? What is that, a
that's a good
cactar?
question. They're both pretty quick.
It doesn't even look like a cactar. Oh, now it's starting to look a little bit like it. So, what's the point of being a slime right now? What does this do for you?
I just can play as a slime.
You're just adorable.
Yep.
Oh, is it just for looks?
No, it's
I
not
mean-
just for looks. It's like a separate character. Basically.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's a okay.
And I actually have the stats of a metal slime.
Oh, okay.
That's why you can't hit me. And it's why I have like 40 hit points.
Yeah, there hasn't been a Dragon Quest
Oh, yeah, that
marathon.
does make sense.
Not yet.
Difference between cactuar and metal slime is metal slimes are hard to hit, whereas cactuars just have they can run away real quick.
There
As
is
far as
actually a really
speed.
fast cactar in this game called Cactrot Rapido.
Oh, okay.
And he leaves a dust cloud behind him when he runs. He's gonna kill me. 'Cause I cannot do enough damage to him.
So, chat, what have you thought of the marathon so far? Obviously, we still have like, I don't know, what's that, 20 hours? 21, wait. Yeah, 21 hours remaining, basically. A little less than 21 hours remaining in the marathon, so that's basically a day. But what have you thought of the marathon so far? What has the marathon been lacking? What have you loved? Feel free to let us know in the chat. We are reading it.
We promise.
We promise. Needs more Chizuki. I have missed Suzuki at this marathon. He always, when I see Final Fantasy, ever since Suzuki, that was his game, like his series. He loves Final Fantasy. I think specifically Final Fantasy 7 is like his favorite. And I think he was sad that he didn't get to come, but he will definitely be. He'll be there in the future.
And he got me.
Well, Joypunk, while we have been doing this for 9 years, and yes, it's your first time, we hope that you're with us whenever we're talking about our 19 year, our 20 year. We hope you're here for the long haul, Joypunk, because we'd love to have you as part of the community. I know some of you are thinking, hey, if I've just now heard about it, you feel like the newcomer and stuff. But no, this is part of the fun. You don't want to, you don't want to see us in 20 years from now and think, oh, I should have joined a long time ago. Because when you're part of the community, I'm sure Silver Moon, the first time he watched the marathon, he didn't think I'm gonna be there one day. But look at him now.
No, definitely not. Especially because I tuned in for someone that shared the stream, and partly because they're sponsoring it, but he was also going to be in a Skype call, and it was a Pokemon marathon, so I didn't really watch all of it because I didn't really know what was going on, and just watching Pokemon for however long straight and people catching it wasn't really.
Was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, not for time. I mean, it was interesting, but I think it got more interesting when you get to know people. So you want to, you're basically hanging out with them.
Yeah.
But after that, I watched it for a little bit and then didn't go back. And I don't think I saw another one until like the March following, so the following March. And then I didn't know any people, and that was when the first time I really started to know people. Like I saw you, and then I think I saw Britt, but I think you both had kind of long hair, and so you looked kind of similar because of the hair. So I didn't really know who was who.
How dare you?
I said similar, not the same. But I mean, I eventually got to figure out. I think it was in that marathon I started to recognize the two of you, and then I think I saw Rob in the middle of the night. And
I apologize about that.
Yeah, and I remember Squint. I think it was that marathon or one of the other ones where he was doing those. I think it was bad fan fiction.
I have a feeling Anna and Toast had something to do with that.
Yeah, probably.
They love some bad fanfic.
Yeah, and I remember. I mean, Anna stands out. She's got the personality and the quirkiness that she's super funny. and Toast. But yeah, I mean, even then, I didn't think I'd be here until I don't know if it was that year or later on. It was like, yeah, I wish I could go to something like that.
There you go. And so Joy Punk, stay with us for the long haul. We hope you hang around. Obviously, if you're new to the community, it can be a little intimidated, but definitely sign up for the Discord. You can lurk for a while. There are tons of people who've probably been lurking for the whole time, like 9 years basically now. They just lurk. It's whatever you want to do, but we hope you stick around because we'd love to have you for the ride. Knopf earlier was saying that he doesn't know it's a little bit too much of a commitment, but at the same time, Knopf, once I know how to pronounce the first letter in your name, which is an N, so I got it. Took me a couple weeks, but I got it. But so now you're stuck. You're permanently in the TSG family, and I'll keep butchering your name till the end of time. And my latest guess is Nafi. That's my latest guess on your name. I'm sure I've gotten it correct once in the history that you've been here.
So I think the first thing I'm going to do here is go get the trusts, which is something they've implemented since the last time I actually played. Which is basically an NPC that'll be your level that you can summon to fight in your party, but they don't eat up experience.
The 1% Salt, 99% Ryan says, I've been around since the 24/7 days. He's talking about there was a TSG 24/7, so instantly I know that 1% Salt, 99% Ryan's pretty old school. Okay, first off, he probably did a name change, because if he's ever typed in the chat, I feel like I would have remembered that name. 1% Salt, 99% Ryan, but I like it. I approve of this username.
I remember those 24/7 days.
This is a simpler time.
Back when every night was StarCraft night.
Everybody screenshot your screens what Nafi just said, because he said, actually, Chase, you did better than most. This is a special moment in my life. I almost said it incorrectly. You better never forget this moment while you were playing Final Fantasy XI. So what do you feel about this game? How do you because obviously you like it because you already had a character and stuff, but when's the last time you played Final Fantasy XI?
Well, I played it solidly for 7 years.
Whoa. So you love this game.
It has the best story I've ever experienced in gaming.
At its peak, how many people, what was do you have any idea what they online, how many players were regularly online and stuff? Because obviously they had servers, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was like any other MMO.
Yeah.
It took Chase forever to get my name right.
What? Get out of here. Silver Moon.
Not me, that's what in the chat, Quinky.
Oh, I thought you were quoting
What did I say?
Oh yeah, Quinky can, it's a little bit challenging. But once I heard other people say it, I just
I don't
memorized
know.
it.
Sounds
Oh, it's the original Ryan. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to call anything out. I was gonna say, you sounds like the person who'd be the original Ryan who came up with that name. So yeah, of course everybody knows the original Ryan. Get out of here, Wild Gamer.
Darn, I've been had.
Another thing they've added to this game since the last time I played is that you can register. Home points as warp points instead of just having it be where you go when you die.
There has to be a decent amount of people still playing, right, for them to keep the servers up.
Yeah, it's all high end.
Well, that's why they added the trust, because you used to have to get parties of, 6 people together, I think it was 6, just to level your characters past, 15.
Really?
15 is a little high for that. More like 10.
Yeah, probably 10. Well, I played this game for 2 years before this other game came out called World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, it's a little gem, little indie game. Not many people have heard of it.
Yeah, I've never played it. To be honest, 14 was my first MMO, really. I mean, I was kind of dragged into playing EverQuest, but then after I was started, I was kind of just forced into, picking this, picking that, and then just going to a certain location, so I had no idea about anything in the game.
Yeah?
So I was just dragged along with my brother's ex-wife, so she could have someone to play with. So I was just kind of there and, just killing things.
So you didn't get to understand, the
No.
MMO. So no RuneScape in your life, no Ultima, what are those old MMOs? I played Nexus TK, that's super old, but no one played that game.
Not that I can think of. I wanted to play this when they were first coming out with it. I was hyped, and I only had a PS2, but at the time they were talking about it on the PS2, but it never came to be for me. And I think it's.
Asbrown wants to know what everyone's in the chat's first MMO game was. That's a good question.
I guess MMORPG, really, because there are other games that can be considered MMOs.
EverQuest was my first MMORPG.
Kasai, if you used to play Nexus TK, I'll be mind blown. I don't think every time I've ever mentioned Nexus, people are like, "What? What game was that?" It's super obscure.
I've heard of Nexus.
You had heard of it? I went hardcore Nexus. I was like,
Going hardcore.
I played that game for a decade, and I wasn't top tier, but I was up there. I mean, obviously I made the power boards, but I wasn't top 10. Coincidentally, one of the dudes that went to the same university as me was the number 7 warrior, and we just coincidentally found out we went to the same college and stuff. So I met him. We played some basketball. He was a cool dude.
Yeah, I think my brother was really big into EverQuest, so he was looking forward to EverQuest 2, and I think there's another one or something coming out that he's been looking forward to.
Dude, Phantasy Star Online. Have you ever played that?
I mean, I know about it. There's one. I don't know if it's Phantasy Star Online or the second one that didn't come out in the West or something. It might be 2.
Dude, Phantasy Star Online was pretty sick. That game
yeah, I've heard something about that.
It was definitely an addiction.
I mean, I've played the Sega Genesis games, but not the online ones.
I love basketball. Basketball's was my first real dedicated sport that I went hardcore into. I love it. It's the best MMO, the basketball MMO.
Up until 2010, I didn't really have a computer that would be good enough to play any of those games anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm a retired NBA player. I was past my prime. Had to retire.
Was that WNBA?
I think that may have been insulting to some other people.
Well,
as
yeah, that might be insulting to the WNBA. Sorry, WNBA.
Dude, Silvermoon taking shots.
Somebody's got to do it.
PSO2 didn't come out in the West, but lots of English. Yeah, there was a ton of people that spoke English on those servers. How did it never come out? Any American servers for that game? That's ridiculous.
I have no idea. Because, I mean, one thing I do know is one of the people in my free companies, the guild, came from Phantasy Star Online 2.
Oh.
And, I mean, they probably still play it. And they, just started earlier this year and caught up. They're further than me in Final Fantasy 14 now.
I never got big into PSO2. My brother played it just a little bit. I just was like, but PSO, I was hooked on that game.
Yeah, and there was, there's a 14 PSO2 crossover event, but I think it's only on Phantasy Star Online 2, then there may potentially in the future be one for Final Fantasy 14.
Paladin wants a Dragon Age MMO. How do you guys feel about that? She said since Elder Scrolls Online is a thing, I think Dragon Age could be one as well. I don't know anything about Dragon Age.
He would know a lot. And more than me, anyway.
That PSO one day we had. What? Oh yeah. We played it. Wait, you guys all played on a private server? What's this? Was I not invited? I bet you it was on the computer. That's probably why.
It was during, I think, 24/7 days.
Oh, during 24/7. That makes sense then. No, I missed it.
Which seems like just yesterday, and it was like much longer.
Yeah, I know it's.
Well,
forever
they
ago.
changed their names for the stream, and also for privacy. Space and Squint didn't want the,
Yeah, I saw one
new
was like
names.
Gravy Battle or something like that.
No, it was Gravy Debate.
Gravy
that was
Debate.
Space,
I like that name.
which was just for the stream. They're going to be changing it back. And the other one, and this was donated by Fangamer, was Titty Train.
Nice.
So Squint had to be Titty Train.
Nice.
And then he had to explain it to his guild. And then some of them tuned in. And luckily he wasn't banned from the server.
Nice. Voodoo Pup said they enjoyed 24/7. In the future, I could see maybe something similar to it, but right
Yeah.
now the closest thing that we got is like the 24/7 clips going on.
Well, yeah, they
which
did
is-
well, not the clips, but they did the TSG replay VODs
Yeah.
for like a few days, which is the footage that is already on Twitch, and you can automatically set them to play.
I know Britt's trying to download. I think he said like.
Yeah, he's downloading the
old
super
marathons.
old marathons to replay
Yeah.
them on.
So
yeah.
I think it was Jason who I was talking to. Was that we might do that with as it gets closer to other marathons, they might do it again just before them and stuff, which that would be fun, and then get people hyped for the marathon.
24/7 was such an odd thing because I'm so used to like the setup being like you're talking with the chat like the marathon thing, but 24/7 became like this like Brit's whole room was anytime you were gaming in there you were on the stream, and I remember one time it slipped my mind when I was playing StarCraft and I may have dropped some curse words and got very vulgar.
Was that a live stream or was some of the
So we have
recording?
you to blame for the end of it?
I just remember the
Yeah, I wasn't
whole,
responsible.
the Mega Man thing.
The Mega Man thing. Oh, we're not gonna go down that road.
Which Mega Man marathon was that?
It wasn't.
Was the
Oh, was
best
it the
one.
community event?
No, it was something. I think it was practice or something.
Oh,
Dude, some stuff got said that was taken out of context.
How should I pronounce his name? It's like I want to say the Osu, but there's a Q in the front, so
Yeah.
it's like Kwosu.
Kosu?
Osu. Well, Osu has good taste because this dude said something when I responded about Rust. Now he's talking about Bird War. This guy's got good taste in video games. I like this guy.
so
This is
when are
my
you
house.
going to? So Chase, when are you going to play a Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest game?
I don't know. Like the thing about a Final Fantasy game, at least like if I was to play it, it would be one heck of a time. Like it
Well,
would.
it also depends
it
on
would-
what type.
you have to
Because
put
there
some
are
serious
a
time into
few
it.
that aren't RPGs, like spin-offs mostly, like the Dissidia games, and especially the one coming out, which is a fighter.
Well, yeah. I guess
Kind of
whenever I
fighter.
think of Final Fantasy, I think of like the
Yeah.
games we play at the marathon, not like any of the spin-off stuff.
Or the Theater Rhythm, which is a music
Not to be
rhythm
insulting.
game.
Yeah. Not that they're not games, but I just always think of RPGs.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Especially
their
turn-based.
main thing. And then there's some Dragon Quest ones like that, and then what was it the Dragon Quest Heroes, and I played Heroes 2, which is it's RPG, but it's similar to like Hyrule Warriors.
Mm.
So I mean that could be something that you might be more interested in, but I think it's still
What emote is that? Can you hover over that thing? See what that emote is?
um
Is that an wait? Oh, it's an RTZ sub. Is that an
RTZ.
Oh my god, this dude! I don't even know who this is. I'm so curious who they are. Like every game I play, they play, and they're an RTZ sub. Oh my god! It's just got interesting. I think that's a bannable offense in our chat.
I'm not a master blue mage yet. I don't have the 3 stars.
If you're an RTZ sub,
I don't know RTZ.
it's you're one of the lucky ones.
Hey, look, I'm Jason.
He may be me. It's possible. It's possible. And wait, what? How did you say Jason's? Oh, it's Jason. Jason was in the chat actually earlier. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Hey, he's supposed to be sitting where I'm sitting right now.
Yeah.
I'm having to look at my own face. He's typing with the hand that isn't on
Hey,
screen.
at least it doesn't say nut milk.
Yeah, that's what it's doing, typing. Do not jinx it, dang it, Silverman.
Especially because he can type it in right now.
Don't even think about it. Yeah, it says that you should be typing because you're me. I'm you. We're all one.
Baby rage. Oh, no, I thought you were doing it with the new psychic keyboard thing. You don't have to actually physically touch the keyboard. You can just
That's
think
the future. That is RTZ Wazuki. By the way, I hadn't shown Wazuki some love. I've seen him type in the chat. He started talking earlier when we brought him up. Much love out to Wazuki. This marathon isn't. It's obviously we're having great times, but it could be a little bit of spice in it if Wazuki was here. Be a little bit of something. I can't believe it's RTZ sub. I mean, Admiral Bulldog, I get it, but
The game is
RTZ
set to
breaking my
Final
heart, dude.
Fantasy 14 instead of 11. I'm pretty sure
I'm giving
I changed
RTZ a hard time, by the way. The dude's a boss, but still, don't. I like the idea of me and RTZ having the same amount of TI wins. I will be at the next week long. I'm gonna hold you to that, Wazuki.
Alright, update it.
What just updated? What?
It was still showing on Twitch pages for Final Fantasy.
Oh, he
what
updated
about
the
the
game.
commentators?
I changed all that out
Okay.
already.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to be there next year. No idea what the marathon's going to be yet. They haven't announced it.
Thank God you said that, because I could see slipping up and not paying attention to what I was saying.
Yeah, that's kind of why I said they haven't announced it yet.
Good
Well, I
call.
noticed
Good call.
there's no video lined up in here for it. So.
No, I mean, I have an idea of what it is because I think they actually may have made one yesterday, and I was there.
Sounds about right.
Are they gonna do like they did, like Brit did a few years ago with Ruju, just like, hey, let's announce a new.
Remember
I mean, they were brainstorming on it, you know.
Remember I-11 for me.
Yeah, it says the screen keeps
I-11.
going green. Is it just me? Hopefully that's. No, mine is fine. Okay, just you. Thank God. I was like, uh-oh, what is happening? Now we gotta find out. What the heck is wrong with Ryan's screen? By the way, keep donating, guys. Just because the marathon's on the final day does not mean donations. We need to slow down. We gotta keep it going because remember, all donations, no matter when you donate, for like what purpose during the marathon, all of it just goes directly to St. Jude. I saw a guy in the chat earlier today say, if that was me, I would donate just the $5 and I'd keep that rest of that money or some joke like that. But it's a good thing that he brings that up because if somebody's thinking, well, what if they did think that way? It's impossible for us to think that way for the fact that the money doesn't even go. We don't even have the option. So even if Lothus has some super secret evil plan to steal it all, it's actually impossible because the money goes straight to St. Jude. And by the way, he would not have that plan because his secret evil plan was actually to get the slime on screen. His moment of Dragon Quest. Oh, what's up, JD? I thought I saw you back there. I was like, who's that in my peripheral? Everybody's showing that JD love. Look at Alan's like, JD.
Alan knows what's up. Gotta get my Alan
Oh,
love.
here we go again.
Whoa, somebody deal with that. Can you get on that?
I'm on it.
That's at least
Almost
second or
timed
third
out
one today.
Silvermoon.
You
Oops,
did
I
time out Silvermoon.
My bad. I think someone else beat me to it, and then I clicked on Silvermoon. How do I do that?
You've been banned. He just disappears like instantly. Daily Flow is on. Sorry about that, chat. Every once in a while,
Okay.
something gets a little crazy. There's some spam that's whatever, but that was not cool.
Yeah, that happened a few times.
Get that.
So yeah, I think I went through my whole spiel. Remember, all money that's raised going directly to St. Jude, and no matter what, that is where your money. That's why it's actually you're actually able to use it as a tax write-off because it is going directly to them. If you were to be handing it off to somebody else that you just hoped that they gave it to charity, you actually couldn't use that as a tax write-off. But in this case, it is going directly to St. Jude. So, and they are an official charity, of course. They are a massive charity. Everybody loves St. Jude, so it is a tax write-off. So remember it come tax season.
I did. It didn't make any difference.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah, my situation, I don't get enough deductions or write-offs for it to make any difference.
So being a homeowner now, I actually have to itemize my deductions.
Yeah,
so
I can't do
claim
the
all that
itemized.
stuff.
I mean, I put all that information in when I do my taxes, and then I still have to do that.
Genius Mike, I have no idea. I'm not sure. It's a weird spam. Before, I remember back in the day, it used to be like, come check out these hot grills, and they would like post a link. And it was just like, okay.
Grills.
I mean, that's like something that that's like more of the normal stuff. The other one was just weird.
Sexy girls.
And Caden's here. All the cool peeps are coming out. Hey, baby.
What's up?
Oh, now I noticed him, so he ran away.
Where'd the ball for this go?
Oh, it's still on one of Casey's literal children.
Those were the good days. Dailyflow says, hey, Caden.
What's up?
He said, sup, baby, and he blew you a kiss. You just didn't notice he was off camera. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Does it work still? I couldn't get it to work the other day. It took me like an hour. I still couldn't.
No. Just like.
The moment is gone.
No, don't work.
It's dead.
You can try it.
I could go for any kind of food right now. All I've had since I've gotten up were Jaffa cakes.
Isn't it open downstairs? You better snack something while it's
Oh,
open.
I was
if
gonna.
it- if
Literally,
it's
I'm
open.
just
The
gonna
cafe
wait to
is
see.
closed.
Oh man, that
Oh,
sucks.
really? So
I went to get a
just
coffee and they're like closed. And I'm sad.
This is my
gonna
iPad.
wait till people went to get something, but then they had the auction and then Final Fantasy 14 in my commentary or whatever.
Yep, back with the overflow chats. It was a simpler time. Do you even know about the overflow chats, Silverman?
I don't think so.
I remember that. That's
Back
when
in
I
the
started.
day, yeah, it'd be old school. We were on Ustream, and Ustream, whenever BB
Oh, I think I've heard of those.
posted
though.
us on MMO Champion, which was like the biggest World of Warcraft site at the time. We had so many people that Ustream didn't know what to do about it, so instead of like letting it, like, I don't know, putting it on more priority servers or whatever, they just split all the chats into different. So there was 9 different chats we had to keep up with.
You know, that's
Just
reminds me of
nine.
the
Yeah, there was more
Final
than 9.
Fantasy
Yeah.
14 when, especially when they released like a new area or something, and there's a lot of heavy traffic or something like that. They have multiple instances.
Yeah.
So there'll be 3 different versions of the same area.
Yeah, Notch was like in chat 7. You can actually, I think it's still on his Twitter account if you scroll far back enough, because he was like, Speed Gamers, I'm in chat 7.
I remember that.
And we were all trying to get into chat 7 so we could like talk to Notch, but it was hard times.
End up having one of each chat open.
Yeah, it separate.
You have to scroll through each.
It was impossible. Yeah, it was just chaos. Ryan wants to know, what is your most hyped game coming out this year? I'll start with Silvermoon. Most hyped game coming out this year.
Oh, I'd have to think, 'cause, like, off the top of my head, I can't remember all the games that are coming out. I'd have to go through the list of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here
See.
thinking too. That's why I was like,
I mean, I'm looking. So I don't know the most without. I'm gonna think of every single one. But like, I know one I'm looking forward to is Samus Returns, the remake of Metroid 2 on the 3DS. Shoot, I can't remember. I know Mario vs. Rabbids and Mario Odyssey. Probably Mario vs. Rabbids more than Odyssey. What else is coming out? Oh, I am looking forward to the collector's edition of Undertale. I didn't finish Undertale, and when they announced the physical collection edition, I decided to wait until that came out.
what all comes with the collector's
I
edition?
have to pull that up. I know there's like a musical locket.
A musical locket.
Yeah, that
That's
was
pretty
like in the
unique.
video. Let me pull it because I think I said in the email I got.
Now, what about no hype for Splatoon 2?
I've never played it before, so I don't really have any feelings towards it. I didn't even get to play the test fire because between my work hours and my sleep hours, none of the tests were, when I was at home.
Yeah.
What else is coming out on the Switch? I mean, there are a few coming out next year that I can remember. And I know there's like 2 or 3 games coming out in October, and I can't think of any of them without having to look them up.
Paula Dean's excited for Xenoblade.
Yeah, I never finished the
Xenoblade
first
2.
one. Yeah, I never finished the first one.
Wild Gamer's lying.
Let's see. Fangamer. Where'd it go? Cherry's yours.
That's good to know. Solid.
There you go. Did I delete it?
Yeah, it was on Ustream. Twitch, Twitch didn't exist back then, so we streamed on Ustream. Prior to that, we streamed on Justin TV.
Which became Twitch.
Hey, can you get on that? There's another bad
Uh-oh.
pain in the butt.
Oh, someone got it.
All right, thank you, mods. You are awesome.
The first one woke him up.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck.
It's the same name as the other guy, like with 1 or 2 letters.
Yeah, that's what people kept saying. It's like
Is
these
it a
little
bot?
bots. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, funny story. The first time I ever watched a TSG stream, it was actually Chase commentating, and it was the day that the news lady was there in Mario.
That was your first time watching.
Yep.
You had to see the
awkward
news lady awkwardness, dude. I hadn't bathed in like over 24 hours at least.
and
I was greasy.
she's talking about how she likes Street Fighter or something like that.
Oh man, when she started talking about Street Fighter, the chat went freaking wild. I was like, oh god, please, like walk away. This chat's getting out of control.
Speaking of Street Fighter, there's some Street. Did you hear about the arcade we went to? Some of us went to yesterday.
Yeah, I think some people were saying they were gonna go
Free play
today. I don't know if they did.
Yeah, Space and Squint definitely went. They when they left, that's where they headed, to the barcade.
Yeah,
And you know, there's a lot of old school stuff there. There was 2 or 3 different Street Fighter games. And there was, there was like 8 pinball machines. That, you know, after you paid just an entrance fee of like $10 plus tax, and then everything is free as far
Yeah.
as the games, which is pretty cool, including the pinball tables. You don't have to put any money in or anything.
That's pretty cool.
So, and there was, you know, one of the games I never knew was an arcade. It was a classic NES game. Everyone played it.
Talking about
Everyone's heard of
Gauntlet?
it. Huh?
Talking about Gauntlet?
No. I mean, there was a Gauntlet, but I think it was a more recent version, not like the old 1980s version. But no, it was Castlevania.
Oh.
But I think it was called Versus Castlevania, and it was 2-player. So I don't know how it worked 2-player wise. I'm guessing because there was a score that maybe it was, you know, you played because it was just the first game.
Yeah.
With 2 players, I'm assuming, you know, you compare scores or something, compete to get the highest score while playing Castlevania, which was pretty cool because, you know, I like Castlevania. And
I think it's pretty new, that little barcade. That's why a lot of us didn't really know much about it.
Yeah, it was opened April 25th, I think.
Yeah, so not many
But
chance
yeah, it
to
was pretty
experience
cool.
it.
I didn't have any drinks because I had to commentate. But
I feel love. Look at all the people in the chat that made accounts
Versus Castlevania,
just because
yeah.
of TSG. You guys are awesome. And Nonstop said you're bringing back the memories. So many memories. They're rushing back to them. Thanks to Final Fantasy 11. Anyone else getting creeped out by the game audio? Is game audio creepy? Let me listen. Maybe I missed the part that was creepy.
Here it is.
Oh, I remember the
Mine
Man Up
too.
Zero Flame. I remember.
Mayonnaise ups?
No, not mayonnaise ups.
Okay, now I'm going to create something new that involves mayonnaise.
Just man ups. It's when you're a real man.
Okay. Oh, another thing, because when they announced it in the video trailer, it said coming to PS4, I think. But here it says for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. Oh, Undertale's for PS4 and PlayStation Vita. We're officially open pre-orders to get your physical copy of the game for PS4, PS Vita, and PC, including the collector's edition, which comes with a gold-plated music box locket and an annotated sheet music booklet. So if Pumpkin had that, she might be able to learn some music from it.
Yeah.
And then all physical editions include a 24-page story booklet illustrated by Timmy Chang.
Mizuki remembers all the Zerglings. Zergling Rush all day, every day.
Can't remember the games that are coming because there are a few games coming out in October, and I just can't remember all the games that are coming out. Mono's Hand, The Hand of Fate. Let's see, October releases.
If you aren't 6-pulling in StarCraft, you ain't playing right.
Here's another one.
Oh, another one.
Jeez, they're heavy roll. Are we on the front page or something?
Wow, how can you keep cloning NPCs? Zalpar. This is Zalpar said. I don't
It's
know.
called Trust.
Does the collector's edition come with instructions to go off the grid after you stream it and the crazies show up? I don't know. It didn't say.
I got to play Chase in StarCraft 2 once, and my internet dropped halfway through. Quinkykins, one day we will pick that game back up. One day.
I got to play Chase the StarCraft once.
No, you don't build 6 spawning pools. You just 6 pool. Nah, Fi, you're being crazy, dude. What is this? A speed run without the timer running? For shame. Bring out the shame bells. Dude, I like Joypunk's idea. We need some shame bells in here for when somebody mercy kills. We gotta like all ring these like bells and stuff and then point and yell shame, shame, shame.
Great. Guess which guy didn't mercy kill?
Oh, this
My
is
boy.
just a PlayStation. Both you and Phil both did a great job.
Yeah, and then of course
And Plumpkin.
when God
I mean, with the SNES trilogy finishing up.
she was going beast mode. Definitely, everybody needs to be showing
Oh,
some love
that's
to all the
right,
runners that practice or run super hard.
One that I am looking forward to now that I looked up this list, the new South Park game.
Oh wow, yeah, that's one that a
What
lot of
was
people
it
are
I told
hyped
you to
for.
remember?
One or I-11.
I-11.
I haven't actually touched. Well, I know StarCraft Remastered hasn't came out yet. It hasn't, right? I was gonna say that I know they re-released the StarCraft for free, and then people are waiting on the remastered. But whenever they re-released StarCraft, I was playing the beta version, and then when the actual thing came out, I actually hadn't played it yet. But remastered itself isn't supposed to come out for like a while, isn't it?
I don't know.
I can't even remember. In August. There you go. Thank you, Billy Flo. If he was responding to me, of course. The Pop-Tart nibs. Yeah, Ruju, part of the reason she probably did Mercy was because she was having to play in the next game, so that definitely had to be a factor. Because when you're playing for a long time and you know that you have a very small break and then you're playing again, that would be discouraging.
Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey comes out in October. That's, I don't know if I'll get it right away or not. I'll definitely play it.
Dad slop tart.
So, I mean, I don't really know my opinions on it.
I guess
It looks good, but it's definitely really different.
August 14th, 2017. That's when they said the remastered is supposed to come out. I am interested. I mean, my problem with the original
They-
StarCraft is that micro is insane. Once you play StarCraft 2, you're just spoiled. Basically all RTSs these days. I almost call them RTZs.
So close to my birthday.
Oh,
Why can't
right.
it be a date earlier?
Artesis.
Oh, your birthday's August 13th?
Yeah.
Two
It's a late
other
birthday
games
present.
I'm looking forward to: Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. And Sonic Mania, well, I mean, if you're not a Sonic fan, if you're not a Sonic fan, I don't know if you are or not. But if you're not, then I can see it. I can.
To be a Sonic fan now, wouldn't you really have to be somebody who is okay with being abused? Has it been hard times? I'm going off of
There's a bunch of
word on the
ones I've played.
street, not personal opinion. Word
I
on
know
the street.
Sonic 06, I haven't played them. Sonic 06, Sonic Unleashed, those two, I guess, were really bad. And I don't know, there was at least one or two others. Sonic Colors was really good. I enjoyed Generations. I don't know what most people felt about that. But everyone's looking forward to Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces.
Apparently, I don't
Dude.
know the alphabet.
Or not
Was it
Deli-
I or
Quinkykins.
one?
Yes, Quinkykins. I agree. I love Zerg, but in Brood War, it was hard times.
But I've actually got a collector's edition for
All
Sonic
these
Mania.
Zerg scrubs with their excuses.
Whoa. You're a Terran player, right?
Protoss.
Protoss. Oh yeah, because I can actually, now that you said that, I remember sitting in Britt's apartment watching those TOS builds on was it a laptop or something we were watching it on? Or was it a tablet? No, it was a laptop.
One of the Sonic Forces is going to be, I think, the first Sonic game with a customizable character option. So you're going to see a bunch of weird Sonic characters. Be prepared for that.
The game I'm looking forward to most is Dragon Quest XI.
That is like your favorite series of all time, right? Dragon Quest.
No?
We always pushing for Dragon Quest marathons.
Because nobody ever does it.
It's one of my favorite games.
Yeah, one.
But what's your number one series then?
Series? I don't know. I've never really thought about it as a series. My favorite game is Link Between Worlds.
I've been hearing about Dragon Quest from you since the end of time. I assumed it was like not hands down, like nothing compared.
Mario and Luigi Star Saga. They're re-releasing that.
How long are you playing this for, and what level are you? Sloth Love wants to know.
2 hours and I'm level 90.
Well, 2 hours total, so isn't some of it already gone?
Yeah.
So we're probably thinking like an hour or an hour and a half or so, and you're level what? Are you maxed out?
No, I'm level 90.
Level 90. What's the level cap in this game?
99.
99.
Monopoly for Nintendo Switch. There you go. That's going to be the game of the year.
I think I'm just holding a sword up like that all the time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that's next year. Radiant Historia.
No, it's since the end of time.
Perfect chronology.
That's how you... Because time... We went over this. Were you guys not here for discussion? Since the end of time, not till the end of time.
Yeah, there are at least a couple from next year that I'm looking forward to. Radiant Historia and Lost Sphere, which is another RPG by Square Enix under the Tokyo RPG Factory brand or division or whatever you would call that. Which is a Chrono Trigger style RPG, which, was the intent.
I'm taking off the eye patch, it's annoying me.
Did they release Dragon Quest Heroes 1+2 on the Switch in Japan? Yes. But not in the West.
Dang it. The sub-job is White Mage.
How do you guys like the RPG? Totally different with each game, like Final Fantasy, slowly evolving mechanics, like Pokemon, or old school, like Dragon Quest. How do you guys like RPGs? Is what it means.
I mean, probably my top game of the year so far that's already out has been Persona 5, which is probably some of the gameplay is closer to Dragon Quest than the way Final Fantasy's games are, where they're getting further away from the old school and the turn-based and becoming more action-oriented.
I'm not necessarily a fan of Persona 5. Not that I've played it. I just watched it and I was just like, it's not for me. But I strongly dislike turn-based games, except for Pokemon. Like, Pokemon, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's a special place in my heart. I'm completely fine with turn-based when it comes to Pokemon. I'd actually obviously prefer Pokemon being turn-based than being some kind of like spam
Well, I guess
fest.
with that one, you only have one character that you have to control at a turn anyway.
Yeah.
That's also different. I mean,
That's true.
In like Persona and actually Dragon Quest, you can set up basically you set up the AI to follow a certain pattern, and then you can just control one character or two or whatever. So you don't have to control everyone if you don't want to.
Magic Trick 68. Hey, Magic Trick 68 wants to know more about Final Fantasy 11.
I hate questions like that because I don't know what to say.
Okay, well,
Give me a
first off,
specific question.
What was like around the year that it came out? What was the...
2003.
So it came out in 2003, and it was obviously decently successful, yeah?
Square Enix is proud enough of it that the first floor of their headquarters has a map on the wall of Final Fantasy 11.
Okay, so it was decently successful. And what year did you start playing?
Played it when it launched.
Right as it launched.
So,
And you played for 7 years.
7 years solidly, and
2010.
then off and on for a few years after that.
Is there a... what are you doing at the moment in the game? What's like, are you kind of... You have any specific plan in mind, or...
I think I'm gonna go do some Chocobo Hot and Cold.
I don't even know. What's Chocobo Hot and Cold? Are you cooking Chocobo right now?
No, it's a mini game where you get on your Chocobo and you look for buried treasure.
That sounds
it's like
pretty
from
cool.
Final Fantasy 9. That came out before this, right?
Oh, Quinkykins is going to bed. Night, Quinkykins. I hope you come back before the end.
I mean, unless you live in some reality where 11 comes before 9.
Oh yeah, right. I was just thinking that.
But once you max out in this game, you hit the level cap, level 99. Is there still a lot to improve your character on?
Yes.
Like what?
There's merit points, and then there's other stuff that I don't know about because I haven't been playing for the last several years.
Do they still patch the game and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot I wasn't thinking about the game and the number. And
No problem, magic tricks.
I haven't eaten since I don't know when.
Eating's overrated. No, I'm just kidding. I love food. Everybody in the chat knows that. I literally discuss food 10 times a marathon.
I don't know, was 12 on PC? I mean, with Zodiac Age release recently, I'd imagine they would have had a PC release for that.
Don't forget
then
to
again,
keep donating, guys.
exclusive.
Keep donating because this one is going to be kind of a stretch. It's going to be like we probably have to get something crazy happening. But if we do reach 40,000, as insane as that sounds, and we only have like 20 hours to do it, but if we do reach the 40,000, which we're around 9,000 away, we will be doing a Friday night Splatoon night, Splatoon 2.
Well, I mean,
for the launch of it.
I'll be on my plane.
Well, there'll be some people taking part. Obviously, it's not going to be the whole marathon group because people have traveling to do and all that. I don't even know exactly how it'll be set up. I'm sure it'll mainly just be Britt will be doing some playing of Splatoon, and a lot of you guys out there, I think they're wanting to do some like in-house. I don't know if they call it in-houses in Splatoon, but it's like a Dota reference where people just mean in-house means hey, everybody in the game, you know everybody. If there's enough people, of course, because if there's not enough people that want to play, then you have to go to the matchmaking.
Did 15 release on Xbox, right? It's not just the PS4. I think PC was pretty much the only one that didn't get it. But either way, yeah, as far as it sounds, it will be a while for PC release of it.
Bam.
Dang it, I had an instant warp all along.
And if you have some topic you want us to discuss, though I may not be knowledgeable on it, feel free to donate and leave in your comments. Even if it's just $1 up and you say, let's change the conversation to this, I will force the conversation to go in that way as long as it's appropriate if you leave it in a donation. Otherwise, we kind of just talk about whatever. Which, if you don't have $1, if you don't have anything to donate, that's completely understandable as well. Tell your friends. I mean, the marathon's still got like a day left. So there's still a lot of stream to go. We're talking 20 hours of stream. Sometimes people do for their big events, their sub events, are like 10-hour stream today. Well, this one's still is like ongoing for at least 20 hours, and their whole stream for their sub like goals and stuff for 10 hours. So this has got a ways to go.
Chase,
a lot of stuff to
explain
happen.
macroeconomics.
Macroeconomics. Ooh, we do not want to go down that road. Wow.
In Cambodia.
Oh man, this is yeah. First you have your macro, then you have your micro, and both of them are economics. Boom, mind blowing, right, Godzilla?
Oh, they in Cambodia?
No, in Cambodia it's just chaos. They don't call it macro and micro.
I heard there was another prize pack being given away, or raffled away, or auctioned. I don't know specifically, but before the end of the marathon.
Wait, Zalpar said their shirts are green, bluish, and red. Chase, is this a reference to the upcoming 10th anniversary TSG Marathon of Zelda?
Oh.
Yes.
Is that like the green, blue, and red?
Yes,
things?
Zalpar.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be nothing but Triforce Heroes.
Zalpar, he got
What's
us.
his name?
He knows what we're thinking next.
Three of us are
level.
gonna play Triforce Heroes.
I mean, Zalpar, look at that. Zalpar is paying attention to even the smallest of details. Well done, Zalpar. You have cracked the case.
Godzilla 145.
If you had to change one game series, what would you change or how? Well, do my changes? Oh, that's Calvin. Calvin, you should be here. If I had to change a series, I mean, can it be a reasonable? I mean, does it have to be a reasonable change? Could I be like something ridiculous, like? Yeah, see what I do with Pokemon. Yes, even though it came out like forever ago, every Pokemon would have been an MMO. Obviously, it's not a reasonable change, but everybody would love that, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Pokemon
hashtag team
MMO.
shoulders.
That would be awesome. There is MMO, but I want a legitimate one. There is Pokemon Go. Who played Pokemon Go for like that? Oh my gosh, come back, eye patch!
You lost your eye.
I
played it for like a
It
couple
almost
of
hit me in
weeks
the eye. It almost
or
got
so.
me.
But I think they've changed a lot about it since
Yeah.
then, but I kind of got bored of nothing but
Yeah.
catching stuff and having nothing to do with the Pokemon after that.
They added like raids and stuff now. They've added quite a bit, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
But I was still hoping they, for some kind of like like an adventure mode or something that you can kind of throw your Pokemon into to do some stuff with.
Oh, you have a 6 a.m. shift. Okay, that's understandable. Pokemon Go marathon next summer. It's funny that Sunny Day says that. Not that they'll get your hopes up or anything. But when Pokemon Go was initially like coming out, Bert was thinking that we could attempt at the moment it goes live to do some like kind of mini marathon thing and try to do it like on the go. You know what I mean, like from a car. But when it came down to it, we just couldn't get like that. We weren't confident enough in a connection on the go. It would just be dropping probably all the time and all that. Obviously, there'd be moments that it was really stable and moments that it was not. But that is, it's funny that Sunny Day says that. But obviously, there were other people streaming it too, so it probably would have been a pretty saturated market. I mean, we played Breath of the Wild as soon as it came out, but that was insanely saturated.
Looking for my chocobo whistle.
Pokemon Go's first big event is happening in Chicago. Yeah, apparently they sold like tickets to it, if that's the same thing I'm thinking of, Godzilla, and it sold out like instantly, and people are scalping the heck out of them. That's what I heard. If we're talking about the
after
same
you bought
thing.
yours and you're trying to sell yours off.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having some extra cash, but I don't think I'll be risking any scalp, because if I'm gonna scalp something, I wouldn't be like, hey, if it falls through, I can go to the thing. It's in Chicago. Final Fantasy 11 is my fave MMO ever. So there you go. You have a fellow Final Fantasy 11 fan. What was that? Let's see at the end. It's like Vido. Their name is in like purple, so it's really hard for me
Dark
to see.
blue or almost gray.
Cestus Vidovix.
Cestus. We'll go Cestus. Sorry, I'm a little far
Might
from the
be a navy
screen.
blue too.
Played for 8 years. Oh snap! They topped year 7. What level were you? Were you level 99? Were you maxed out, Cestus? A Pokemon Go road trip leading up to a marathon. That sounds cool, but I mean, if we had the technology, we would consider it. And Pokemon Go, obviously, I want to say is dead, because I want to offend anyone who probably still play it. Some people still play, but compared to what it was, yeah, it's pretty dead. Bert gets mad every time I say that, because Bert hops on it from time to time. He's like, this game is there's still people playing. I'm like, dead game. Bert still plays though from time to time, because when you're on universities and stuff like that, there's actually pretty like decent activity. Gyms are highly contested and all that.
Oh, here we go. I think they just need to do what they did with the new Sword Art Online movie for AR games. Use signal drones combined with the Google Glass type hardware paired with a phone for
Jeez.
AR games.
I'm down.
That was in what they did in the movie.
Cestus said, I got Matt's cap pre. Was it Abyssus? Vicious?
Oh, pretty-
You know what that means?
Yeah.
So he's hardcore?
Yeah.
You've been verified hardcore.
Yeah, he sunk a lot of hours into the game. I still don't have Matt's cap.
There are a lot of gyms and Pokestops on my campus. Yeah, campuses are like bumping with Pokemon Go stuff.
See, I have the problem of living
Here's my job levels.
in an area where there's one gym for like a 30-mile radius.
That
in
sucks.
the middle of nowhere.
Genius Mike said something and I missed it, but yeah, it sucks. That was the downfall to Pokemon Go. It's like, oh, you live in like a rural area. It's not like really condensed. You get nothing. It's like, dang, at least give them some kind of advantage.
There's not even Pokemon to catch.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I see the same Pokemon once every 3 hours. But the thing that paused about Pokemon Go, first off, the experience when it first came out, I'll never forget it. It was one of those things that some games you don't have that moment where you remember it, and you're like, oh, you always like chase that feeling of that specific game when you first found it. Pokemon Go had a pretty awesome feeling. I remember very well being on campus at it was like 1 a.m. and it's in not the best areas, but I was like risking it for those Pokemon, you know. But whenever I was like walking towards the campus, because it was pretty late, but I saw there was all these like lures going, so I was like, damn it, check this out. There was over 100 people on campus, and it was like 1 a.m. I was like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah, one of the first times I went, walking around that, and it was, middle of the night. So I worked third shift, so when I was off, I thought I'd take a walk And we have a college in my town, and it's not a big town or anything, but there was at least 10 people there, like right in front of the college area.
Yeah.
And they had lures and everything going, and there was like 5 or 6 or more Pokestops just right in like just right along campus.
Yeah.
And they were just walking back and forth.
Our campus has like this sweet spot of like these.
And it was like 3 a.m.
Yeah, there's these 3 Pokestops, and you can sit and reach all 3 of them basically, like right in the center. So it was just like a mosh pit of people like sitting in this one area, and there were just lures going constantly. But that was very interesting because obviously no game has ever provided that experience.
Yeah.
And I look forward to the first true like RPG MMO like game that does master that.
Because I mean the thing about that was just the only other thing they really had was the gym battles, and I tried that once, and I think they've updated them. They weren't really.
They're still.
And the concept behind them, or what you do, you're basically the strongest one gets to represent the gym or whatever.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, that
it needed
really
a lot of.
me.
Yeah, it needed a lot of work. But had they mastered it and made it truly like an MMO kind of RPG, like the World of Warcraft or all the classic RPGs where you're living the grind and all that, and you can PvP, and the PvP actually taking like somewhat skill rather than just a slam your phone.
I mean, there are a lot of games that have some kind of story along with it, even if there's no you're doing anything.
Yeah.
Like as you catch something, because it kind of opens up and sounds like there's going to be a story with you choosing a team.
Yeah.
And there's this Pokemon professor whom I don't think you see beyond that.
Yeah.
And then nothing else really happens
Yeah.
along with that, as far as I know.
Dead game.
I don't think it will ever be truly dead for a little while. They've been opening, so it's just not as mainstream anymore.
That was, I don't know if you had in your town and stuff. They had deals here where if you were over a certain level, you got free food and stuff at a lot of places.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
They had signs like.
Although that also reminds me, because that person was talking about the Sword Art Online movie. That was kind of a thing in that too.
Was it?
Where they had this. It was this huge thing and augmented reality. So basically you could be anywhere and turn on your headphones But you got certain deals and stuff just from the game, and you'd be able to automatically use them while you're sitting somewhere.
That'd be awesome.
And then you got this free ice cream or something like that, free sundae.
Yeah, they had it like because I remember going into our donut place, and they were like, if you're like, because I was overpowered because the place I worked at was on campus at the time, and there was a sweet spot where people ran lures all the time. So where I worked was like I would be there for at least like 8 hours a day under a lure.
And then you asked me why I'm such a low level, and I showed you what my work looked like.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Yeah.
You couldn't see. It was just blank. The map wasn't
I think
even
I got to
anything.
16 or 17 maybe.
That's like where I live.
I was
I got-
like super over leveled. So whenever I went to places, I got like all the like
I got
free
free
loot.
cake from Pasta Express one time for Pokemon Go.
See, yeah, see other
I
places.
do
were doing
remember
it
because
too.
there are places that don't like people kind of loitering like that, and I know like cemeteries and stuff. People were.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
there was one place downtown. I think something came up. I don't remember what it was, but one of the restaurants downtown made a safe spot for people so they could be in there and get food and stuff, and just stay in there for Pokemon Go. Whereas I think there were some that were kind of not liking it or something. I don't remember what it was.
They definitely took a step in the right direction, and it's kind of exciting because that obviously a ton of companies saw this and saw that, hey, because games. Obviously, we're the consumers. We want great games, but there's other people on the other side that are wanting to profit, and maybe they love games as well. But you got to make money to make it a job.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a ton of businesses that are like, oh, we can make some serious cash off of that. And I look forward to the games that come out in the future using that idea. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of failures, which is true for all MMOs. That look at World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft changed the game, and then there were tons of MMOs that came out and flopped.
There's buried treasure here somewhere.
You gotta find the treasure.
That might be, wasn't it was 13.2 that also had this or something similar? I remember doing something like that on Chocobo that I think was 13 or 13.2.
Yeah, Zalpar. It was like if you came into business, and there was all kinds of deals. It was pretty awesome. Like it was even like some places that I was surprised. I was at like I think it was like a Taco Bueno or something. I had a little sign. It was like, show us if you're over level Pokemon. If your trainer level is over 10, you get this. If you're over 15, you get this. I was just like, what the heck? I think that was more of a
Holy
local
crap,
thing though. I
it
doubt
is
the
11.
chain. I doubt the chain was doing it. That's because every company coming out with the MMO decided to copy the look of WoW, but not how it played. That's true. And while WoW obviously looked and still does look amazing, I think for an MMO to be truly addicting, you have to realize looks are important, but gameplay is everything.
Oh, I found it and I can't dig anymore.
No.
That sucks.
Can you remember that spot and go back to it later?
No, the game's over.
Rip.
Yeah.
How often can you dig with the chocobo?
There's a certain number of times that you can dig per hot and cold game before it gets too tired to dig anymore.
It's like an old school MMO. It's like cooldown is like 6 hours or something crazy.
I have not seen a business that does the Pokemon Go deals still. They all did it like crazy at first because everybody was playing. And then when the hype died, they just all took down their signs and stuff. They were all over though. Like I'm talking every pizza place I went to, everything had them. Half the time I wouldn't even take it out because I was just like, I'd like order my pizza and I'd look over and see on the wall. It's like, oh, free small pizza if you're over like level 20. And I was like, dang, I should have got a free small pizza. And I'm just like, oh well.
I believe you can only get the wild grass needed to play the game once a day.
That kind of reminds me of the maps in 14. You can only mine or gather them once a day, or 18 hours I think it is specifically.
That's one thing that a lot of games I feel like have a lot of work to do is their crafting system in games.
I hate crafting so much.
Yeah, crafting is an idea. Obviously, some games have tried, unique stuff, but I've yet to see a game, because you'll know a game really nailed it whenever a game starts trying to rip off the exact same system.
Those are my crafting skills. I spent so much money on goldsmithing.
Was it ever profitable?
No, none of them were. I got my alchemy up to 59. That was probably the most profitable, but it was only because it was the cheapest one.
It's because a lot of games have this fear because they try to make crafting as simple as it's like craft, like basically just hitting craft over and over and over. And they're like, well, if at some point he turns a profit, then he's going to be like just printing money. And they haven't mastered the system of making a crafting system that truly is like has like skill to it in a way. Skill as in like, obviously they are crafting is a skill, but I mean skill as in like the player. It doesn't just depend on how many times you've repeated this motion over and over, but also itself is a skill.
One thing about, which is weird because in World of Warcraft, I don't know if it's changed since the last time I played, but entry-level materials and crafting stuff is like super expensive. Stuff that you could farm at low level. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I think Ultima Online, those are all the games that really. Nexus also had crafting. The way they did crafting, because that game is, like I said, it was like old as heck. It's up there with like Ultima, and they just made it where you wanted to craft. So say you're weaving something, you just typed weave next to the NPC. So the way you weaved is you spammed the word weave. So weave, 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 weave. You just did like hundreds of times. People would sit there for hours in a spot just crafting. So obviously people try to create bots, and then you have a whole issue when you do that kind of stuff. But Cestia said that they enjoyed the crafting in Final Fantasy 11.
I enjoyed it to some extent. I mean, the harder stuff I never really got into because
some people did enjoy the crafting. I've
Yeah.
never liked crafting in video games.
I'm with you.
I did cooking
boring.
in 11, and that was about
I'd rather get out and find
Hey.
stuff.
We're chef.
And I really went off the beaten path.
Things are slowing down with the donations. What do you guys do? What kind of
I'm
Sorry, my
surprised,
patch just flew off. But what kind of entertainment do you guys need for some donations?
surprised nobody has donated one way or the other for the final game.
Yeah,
There.
I think it's been a while since
Yeah.
the last donation.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to encourage some donations. Remember,
Gotta
all
get
the money
train
goes.
rolling again.
Yeah, it goes directly to
Yeah.
St. Jude. I think a train would be impossible. It is. if you can't get a donation in like a 3-hour shift, a train will be derailed after 0 donations.
It would be derailed before it even took off.
You have to really specialize in Final Fantasy 11, which is very cool since everyone has a niche. Is that? I mean, are you not allowed to have multiple crafting things?
You can have every craft up to level 60, but you can only have one above level 60.
Let's see.
And the max is 100.
Yeah, in Nexus they had a similar thing to that too. They let you learn a skill, but you couldn't master it, and you can only master a couple because a lot of them were dependent on each other. Like you could take a high quality material from one dude and a high quality material from like a smith and a weaver or whatever, and you combine them to make some crazy armor. But you couldn't be both You could be a master of both, so you would be dependent on other players.
Yeah, that's the way it kind of worked for this.
I can understand it being fundamentally RNG, because really, I mean, a lot of games it comes down to a little bit of RNG, especially in like MMO-like games. You can't. It's very hard to make something purely skill-based, especially if it was like a crafting thing, because you would kind of screw over the idea of what an MMO is. Like, not to hate on it, because I love MMOs, but it is a grind at its core. And it's all about making that grind a fun one that you'll keep coming back to, and that's what everybody tries to master, which is I guess the one that really did the best, obviously, World of Warcraft. Which I know is debatable, but we're talking about purely from people playing. What's the donation?
All right, $5 from Onion Man.
Thank you, Onion
A
Man.
small donation for my favorite commentator. Also, can we buff Ruju?
Onion Man, you are awesome.
No,
Except for that whole buff and Ruju part, but.
You know,
I'll
Polygons
forgive
tied
you.
it. They've come from behind and now tied it.
I was not here for this battle. I am petrified
Well,
that this could
there
be.
just weren't, because I was in it, and there just hadn't been too much.
We had the
buff for me.
advantage the last two
This
battles
was-
and lost.
That
This was
fine.
the-
Wait,
Yeah.
did you watch it? Were you watching these? Because you can't trust the Polygon. You know that, right? You can't let them oversee
Well,
this.
Brit was behind there, so
Okay,
this is Brit.
he verified it was legitimate. Dang it! This
And
is.
he said, well, you know, this.
Hey,
as
you
if
know
it was
what? The
Brit.
Polygons had to win something. Because they weren't winning their games.
Oh. Those
You know
are some
what?
fighting words right there.
Although I'll take this because this room right now is all pixels.
Yep.
The only thing they beat was 8, 9, and 15.
It's all good, Onion Man. Thank you for killing the drought with your $5 donation, dude. You are awesome. Everybody show Onion Man. He's in the chat right there. There's Onion Man
That
77.
starts the train, y'all.
Showing some love. The
Yeah,
train.
on.
The train is dead.
Well, maybe if we do an
Or
extended.
stop on the train.
If only I was
A
playing
slow
World
train?
of Warcraft instead, then I could do the train command. Make
Maybe
my
if it's
character
a
go
slower
choo-choo,
train.
chugga 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 chugga.
So the stops are like half an hour apart or something more realistic for a slow shift.
Well, Alex McLean, he says, glad we got extended. Had a busy week, so couldn't be around as much as I wanted. Well, don't worry. I kept it very boring as much as possible for you. But now that you're here, now the entertainment begins. And we hope
Okay.
you hang around for as much as possible now that you're not as busy.
How do I take off my clothes?
Onion Man, you are.
What?
It's like, woo!
That's a callback to space, trying to figure out how to change your gear. That's exactly what you said.
Oh man,
Let's say we're about to have some like hashtag sweat in here again.
all
No,
about the hashtag
because you know, I don't think I think that would get us banned on Twitch
sweat.
because they changed their.
Go out in a blaze of glory.
I don't know. I don't know why we didn't get banned 4 years ago.
They didn't have
I
the
think-
rule back
yeah,
then.
they didn't have it.
Oh.
There's a chance that may have led to it.
Yeah, that's what some people suggested.
All about that slop tart.
Oh
That's
yeah,
voodoo.
is there a trophy this year? I know there was that. I can't remember what it's called. The trophy last year.
For the winners?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
I really hope I don't have to go through the LDM and the Acropolis to get here.
Alex McLean is getting the fireworks, about to hook it up. The poop tart. Punkle, I agree. That one thing was poopy. I would not have eaten that Pop Tart, especially after everybody's hands had been on it. That's disgusting.
What is this?
Did they relax on the no shirtless thing? I haven't known of anyone really getting in trouble for it because no one really tests it. But I don't want to be the first. Twitch has been nothing but awesome for us. This marathon, they've been putting us on the front page and everything. So the least we could do is keep our clothes on for them. Try to pay attention to the
The
rules.
sad thing is, I think we were on the front page 4 years
Pop
ago.
off that
What's
top.
going on?
No.
No, just hop up that ledge.
What's up, Philip Plays? By the way, if you haven't already, head over to fangamer.com. Snag one of these awesome shirts. There's actually 3 to choose from. This is one of the designs. Then there's the flower one. I don't think no one's wearing one here.
No.
But yeah, check them out, fangamer.com. So we can drop a link for it. I always call that one just
There you
the
go.
flower one. I forget they call it floral fantasy. Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
it's
Lord Fantasy.
I call it the flower one.
flower. No, there
It's
you
covered in
go.
flower. Oh my God! There was a donation.
$5 from 100 Acre Wood.
$5 from 100 Acre Wood.
Acre Wood, yep.
That's a new
I
name.
was gonna buy the new Humble Bundle, but this seems better. Love.
Aww. He gave up games for us, or they gave up games for us. So thank you for your $5 donation on 100 Acre Wood. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Well, you should be. Did you know what that name comes from?
What does it come from?
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Explain it.
He lives in the 100-acre wood.
I've like seen Winnie the Pooh stuff and I had no idea.
I mean, it's also in Kingdom Hearts if you don't know the name and you're playing Kingdom Hearts.
'Cause I was a
it's
little
there.
kid back whenever.
I
used
can't
to see
believe
that
we
stuff.
can't get a train going over the final
Winnie
game.
the Pooh.
Like, do people just not care either way?
Or they're just kind of zoned out or tuned out. Once everyone, once the majority of people left after the auction, they probably the excitement kind of drained and they're just kind of recovering. So, but let's hope-
Surely somebody
Yeah,
out
there's
there
gotta be
is
something.
like,
I mean, I wanna
"Arg,
see-
I hate Final Fantasy IV, the after years.
I mean, I
Play
like both
Dimensions."
games, but I want to
Maybe
see
somebody
Dimensions.
out there is
I'll
like,
donate
screw
for
mobile
Dimensions.
games. I want to see after years.
I do want to see Dimensions. I mean,
I saw,
Oh, this
I
is
saw, and there's the cartoons and the books as well. I can remember that stuff from as a kid, and obviously I don't remember any 100 Acre Wood. But again, my memory is garbage, as you guys know. So
yeah, I mean, I know how bad you are with names.
yeah, it's not gonna.
Although, if you need help to remember someone's name, I've heard this trick for trying to remember saying something or someone's name like 3 times to try to hearing it and saying it helps to remember it, and saying it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So try saying someone's name 3 times or something like that if you need to remember something.
Now we know with Chase that's actually like 5 or 6 times.
However much you need to, really. But repetition and saying it out loud, 'cause if you hear it, that helps too.
Well, Deli Flow, just because you can't donate doesn't mean we don't love you, because you've been helping us out a ton,
Yes, you have.
keeping the chat under control, and we love you.
He's been on those commands.
There it is.
The Osaka team games are fun, but they have their issues. Oh, is he upsetting you? Anybody in here? They accept your opinion.
I don't know what he's referring to.
I have no
He's
idea.
talking about the Humble Bundle.
Oh,
Oh, that's what the
I don't know
current
what
bundle is.
there is right now.
Well, nonetheless, that one dude that gave up $5, they gave up their games just to donate $5 to
Yeah,
St.
it's
Jude. That's an awesome.
I
That's an
don't
awesome
think
person.
I even heard of Humble Bundle until maybe like fall or something, when a bunch of people were streaming on TSG Presents, including Baltez, and he mentioned the Humble Bundle, and I think it was Golfing with Friends was on there.
The Humble
Or-
Bundle is
I'd never heard of them.
They do some great work. Gotta love the Humble Bundle.
Digging this music.
Yeah, I'm listening to that music, just grooving to the beat.
What is today's Yeah. Humble Bundle supports a lot of streamers here.
Yeah, they do some great stuff. Their bundles are so
Oh.
humble.
Sam and Max. Wasn't there a cartoon or something related to that, or based off of it, or the other way around? the 90s.
10:30. 33.
I'm gonna try to do a mission before my time is up, but
I believe in you.
it's gonna be a matter of if I can actually find out how to get to it.
Capcom Rising?
I haven't seen any other players since you've been playing. Is that why?
Well,
is
I've seen some names.
This is a dead game.
Dead game.
Dead game.
Dead game.
I think
is
it
dead.
was kind of busy earlier this year because they had an anniversary and a lot of events going on.
Where are the peeps?
Their bundles are so humble.
Population is around 1,600 on Asura. Whoa, that's
Get to Battalion down.
that doesn't sound like a dead game. Almost
That's pretty small compared to like.
what it
I
was.
mean, I don't know. I can't talk about this game, but what I'm used to hearing about on Final Fantasy 14, I think I might be wrong.
I mean, that's one specific server. I imagine that's a decent pop.
Let's see. Well, hey, look, there's some Resident Evil games in this Capcom bundle, and we got that Resident Evil marathon coming up in October. I don't think I've ever played Umbrella Corps. Oh, bonuses. Resident Evil 7 discount? Is that what it was?
Oh, the chat is getting sleepy these days.
Whoa.
Revive, chat. Revive. We're watching some Final Fantasy 11, and after this, which is in about what time does it end? They said 2 hours, but 2 hours from starting at what, at the beginning of our shift. So that means in 30 minutes it would end in that case, I think. Oh, Voodoo's awake.
Clear. What?
So is Great God.
Someone get the defibrillator.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh, they got the extra ammo in a bit.
Yeah, they heard about the extra 24 hours and they're like, I'm gonna use this extra 24 hours to sleep.
Somebody cast a rise.
Yeah, we gotta resurrect Alex. Come on, guys, resurrect. Deli-Flow's trying to encourage you guys to donate. But remember, if you can't donate, that's completely understandable. Just spread the word. Let your friends know. Hey, even if they didn't know about the marathon in the first place, tell them, hey, they're playing for another like 20 hours. Go check them out. It's for St. Jude. They're playing Final Fantasy, talking about ridiculous stuff. Wearing tiny hats. Come on, you can't turn down. Oh, you can't turn down the tiny hats. It's a tiny hat. Look at it. It's adorable.
Slightly tilted.
That's because you have style.
I don't know if there was an updated commentary or not. Because originally it was 9 to midnight. But they changed the game schedules and stuff, so.
Well, I know.
At some point, I'm gonna hit myself with this.
I know I'm supposed to finish my game here in a little bit.
Yeah, at 11 you're supposed to be.
Oh, at 11, we're gonna be starting up some. Oh, donation!
$5 from Joy Punk.
Thank you, Joy Punk. Thank you for your $5 donation. He's the one that he said this is my first marathon, so.
It says no sleep, donate, buffs for Team Polygon.
All right, Joy Punk. You had my heart for a second, then you buff Polygon?
No.
Why, Joy Punk? Why? Please explain your reasoning. But thank you for your donation. You are awesome, dude.
Pick a number between 1 and 13.
Just give it to all. I would like to give it to the lowest on Polygon.
Okay.
That's the easiest system.
Looks like it's actually Jason.
Smack Dude said, I love me some tiny hats. Look at that. We woke,
Hey,
we
look,
woke,
it's an animal
we woke
friend.
Smack Dude up with a tiny hat. It works every time. What's up, Fred?
Apparently it didn't work well enough because he voted for, like,
True.
buff Polygon.
Yeah. There is not a single Polygon in this room. I don't think they can
There's
be
no-
allowed to take credit for that.
Yeah, there's no
even
polygons.
Kevin was supposed to be here.
He was?
Yeah, he was supposed to be
He
here.
was supposed to be here earlier.
Yeah, I think it was the last shift. He was supposed to
He
be
was
here.
Yeah, me and Metal sat in for him.
This kid.
But basically, yep, he just kind of.
They went to dinner.
Yep.
Joy Punk said Polygon needs to make the 3-1 comeback real. No, the dream should be dead for them. They must be eliminated. They do not deserve a victory.
In all chances, they'll probably end up having a battle that's stacked in their favor, and the RNG will decide to go the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, it will be cheated.
Yep.
The dream. No, that is not the dream. The dream is dead. Their dreams are no longer alive. Pixel should win this. Deli Flow. Keeping it neutral in the worst way. Uh-oh. Luna says, this game is old. Kappa. But why, Alex? Why?
All the best games are before then.
I didn't even know what Punkle's talking about. He's lost his mind.
I understood 2 of those, but I don't understand them. I understand some of those words, but not all of them. I
Great.
know the name Roman Reigns. I don't know what the heck that's.
Great God, that's part of the excitement, is you don't know when this thing is inevitably going to break and injure myself or somebody near me. Let's see. Final Fantasy, he said, woo, Final Fantasy 11, so many fun classes. Giz Majid? What classes are there in Final Fantasy 11?
A lot.
A lot? Like how many are we talking?
Like 23, I think.
Oh my gosh, 23? It would have taken forever to balance.
Oh my goodness, where is this character at?
Did you unlock the kickflip yet? What the heck are you talking about? See, Jasif loves Team Pixels, and it was said by Jasif.
Here we go. Now I should be able to attempt this
Wait.
mission.
What did, I missed what you said, Luna? Something about me not playing a game? How dare you? Hey, if you want, I can put it right now. I will throw down me playing a game in the upcoming
You can finish my game for me.
Mario Marathon. No, I don't want to do that. Or the upcoming Mario Marathon.
Why are you playing
on
the
table.
Resident Evil?
Yeah, I'm gonna skip on the Resident Evil. But I could. The only problem with like
play
volunteering
Mario Kart.
for a Mario Marathon
Mario
game
Kart.
is that Mario Kart.
To get a bunch of us together and do the Mario Kart battles.
Well, we did do that one marathon. We did like I think we even threw in Smash Brothers and stuff, and I played that obviously. But I would throw it down. That face when Chase scared. What? Scared of what? I was about to say I was gonna throw it down. I could throw down me playing one of the Mario games, but the thing I was afraid of is stepping on somebody's toes, because obviously when it comes to Mario, some people have their games they already like know very well, and I don't want to be like, hey, you know that game that you know very well? I'm playing it. No, I am not doing Super Mario 64. I'm pretty sure Luna just loves watching me be tortured.
I should probably summon my trust.
I mean, I would put it down for a donation incentive like now I'm talking about, but I don't know what game I could even put up because it's like, what should be... Because, for example, let's say I was to say Super Mario 64. Well, obviously, it's like Alan and Phil are both solid at that game, and even if I was to practice, it still would be kind of stepping on their toes, and I don't want to try to take away their game. Excuses? How dare you, Alex? Hotel Mario.
You could do, well,
Voodoo.
you could do a paper, well, maybe not. One of the, you could do like the Wii U New Super Mario Brothers, because that's like a 4-player. You could just have 4 people.
What about the super old one, the NES one? Super
How
Mario
about
Brothers.
regular Mario Brothers that came before the NES
Doesn't
one?
Phil play that?
Yeah, see, it's another game that Phil's. No, what doesn't Phil just do exclusively like Lost Levels?
No, that's.
Phil did a Galaxy.
Oh, that's you? Yeah, see, I don't want to step on any toes. Mario teaches typing. Thank you, Zero
You
Flame,
can do Mario
for your
Paint.
confidence in me.
paint you through some Yoshi.
Okay, I don't know where this thing is. I'm supposed to examine.
Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. Anyone would pass up Super Mario 64 just to watch you suffer, Chase. Why are you so mean? See, the problem with the Super Mario 64
J9.
is I have to steal Brits in 64 so I could practice, and that would just be mean, right? Right, guys?
I mean, you could play Mario Kart. I mean, that's up to like a. I don't know how many locally, but I know you can have 12 people in a race.
Oh, guys, I almost drooled some water out of my mouth. That's on my shirt. Anyways, what I was gonna say is, I wish Brew was in here because then I'd be for sure. Because again, like I said, I don't want to step on somebody's toe. What would somebody say if I did the original? Because the old school one, that's a pretty quick one, right?
Yeah.
Pretty quick one. If you have a little bit of skill or know the game very well, that'd be something to put up as an offer.
Yeah, especially if you're, not doing well.
And obviously, it wouldn't be necessarily stepping on Phil's toes because then Phil could immediately afterwards do it and just destroy.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing.
Destroy whatever time I got.
You could do the warp one, so you can go from level 1 to 4, and someone else could do the full game if they really like the game.
What was it?
$5 from Evil All-Star.
Woo! Evil All-Star!
The weakest pixel and put this towards FF4 the after years for the final game.
Thank you, Evil All-Star. You are awesome.
I don't see where we're tracking
Yeah,
that.
it may not have been added in.
But I'll keep that in mind. So the weakest pixel is not Chase.
Chase is top of the board.
I think it might actually be Nitro.
Yeah, I am top of the boards.
Probably one of you will be in the last battle.
I hope so. I better be in there. It should just be a 1v1, top of the boards for both teams.
You versus Mini Kitty?
Is that? Yeah, there you go. I think it was you that even suggested that specific matchup before. I think it would work fine with me. I'll make you guys a deal. Let me see what time it is.
Found it!
Oh,
Time to get killed.
it's 10:46, obviously our time. So, and my shift ends in 1 hour and 14 minutes. How much would you say somebody would have to raise, and I will play the first one? Obviously, I won't be the only run of it because Phil's probably gonna do it better than me. But I will do a run of it.
I mean,
The
and
Mario
that
Marathon.
would be kind of similar to like the Mega Man Marathon from I think 2013. I think someone did Mega Man 2, but then there was an incentive for a blind run of it. So it'd be kind
Well,
of.
no,
like
mine
that.
isn't gonna be blind. I'll
No,
try
not
to
blind,
practice.
but it'd be you
Yeah.
know, you'd have someone that actually play the game and then Chase plays Super Mario Brothers. I mean, we could call it Chase plays Super Mario Brothers.
But Super Mario 64. Oof, that one.
Yeah.
That
That
one
would be a long game, even
It'd take the whole
especially
marathon.
for some.
chase.
Yeah, well, especially for someone who's not a big player of games like that.
Daily flow. It's possible. It's possible. All right. If I'm gonna make it crazy though, because that way it's like you guys really gotta work for. I will play the Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers for the NES. I think obviously Phil will probably still play it as well. And but if you guys can raise, what is it? Let me see. $300 in 1 hour and 13 minutes. That way, it's crazy. But if you guys are willing, but here's the catch. Whenever you donate, if you donate for that purpose, it has to buff me. There you go. Fair enough. And I will play the Mario Marathon. And I'll actually learn the game. I can't promise anything great, but I will learn the game.
The weakest pixel is actually Caden.
Let me think.
I take that back. The weakest pixel is Silverman. My bad.
All right, how about I'm
You
gonna do
buffed
this
me a
instead?
little too late. I was in
Just
today's
in
battle.
case, because stacking it all on me is bad strategy. So just in case Silver Moon's in it, and $300 from right now. No, I'll minus $5 because of Evil All Star. Minus $5 because of Evil All Star. So $295 from right now. Every dollar that's donated though towards that purpose of trying to get me to play it buffs him. Buffs Silver Moon to ensure Team Pixel's victory because it's strategy. Because currently it's all stacked on me. So we need to buff up Silver Moon to ensure that if he goes into battle, we have better odds. What do you guys say? Is that fair?
Seems fine to me.
I'm in concentration mode.
And if you guys don't raise it, it's completely understandable. I know it's late. But I figure, hey, you guys like to give me a hard time. Like to say, Chase, you didn't do it. I'll say, hey, I gave you guys the opportunity. I wanted to do it. You guys just didn't want it, so then I didn't do it. And the way I find out if you guys want it is if you donate. So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense. $295 from now. What? Can you keep up with that math? $295 from now.
Yeah. Over. Put down here this one. The message list.
Sorry, I wasn't worried for the chat for a second, but why can't we donate to Nerf Chase? Hey, I gotta. It's all about teamwork. Team is how you working together with your team is how you win. It's not about you don't just solo it all the way to the top. You gotta have teamwork. That's why we're gonna buff Silver Moon. We're gonna ensure victory, or if you guys don't want, that's completely understandable. But I will not be doing Super Mario Brothers. The choice is yours. Who is producing? Sorry, Fred. You got it's what you got to do. And who's producing? That would be the beautiful WoW gamer.
I wore my hair down today, so I'm even more beautiful.
Yeah, he has his hair down and everything, just to increase donations for the hot grill.
Gotta compete with that Metal Man.
Yeah, I said that we should have had a hair off sometime during this marathon.
I mean, you still got like today.
Kerplop, it's completely
Or
understandable.
tomorrow, yes.
A lot of people already tapped out on all their donations. Nonetheless, you already donated. You just sit back, enjoy the show, know that you're awesome and you're amazing to all those of you who donated and to those of you who helped keep us, it filled the chat with the energy and everything. Just know that you're awesome because you took part in the marathon. But this is all for just charity. I know people are being goofy. Sometimes you're like, that guy's dumb, that guy is being weird, whatever. It's all just about charity. That's why we're all here hanging out, enjoying some Final Fantasy.
What time are we doing this until?
Until midnight, until 12. And so far, since there's no donations, I'm feeling pretty confident that I will not be playing any Super Mario Brothers.
Alright, I added that into the message list. So.
It's on the list. It's on the list.
Oh, and Alan's throwing himself into for the best hair.
Best hair? It's a hair off?
He says mine's pretty luscious.
Uh-oh. $10 from NMU, Fred.
$10 from Fred. What did he say? Let's see what he had to say.
Chase playing something, but buffing Kevy instead.
What? Hold on. Can we allow this? Okay, I will allow it for Fred. That's cheating though. Fred knows that he's loved. So he's cheating the system. But you guys know it has to buff Silver Moon. I will allow it this time because it's Fred. Everybody loves Fred. So if I didn't allow Fred to do what he wants, everybody get mad at me because Fred's awesome. So I will agree with it. But the buffs go to Silver Moon. You're trying to cheat me, but thank you, Fred, for your donation. Fred's in his history, especially of the donating history. This dude has dropped some bank.
Alan,
He's all about charity.
I'm just saying.
Look at him. Look at this. Do it for the hot grill. We need like a fan just like blowing at all
Well, we
times.
just have some fans. Well, not all the
There's a
time.
fan over here, like, blowing right in my face.
There you go.
Oh yeah, it is facing you.
Just turn on the back cam.
Fred is awesome. Everybody agrees with that. That's completely understandable, All-Star. But hey, I put your $5 towards it because you did donate it like right around the time I said it, so it's only fair. Giz Majid said, curious, this is an MMO, so it's not like the rest of your games ran in this marathon. So where is the stopping point for this game? It'll be stopping in about 20 minutes. In Final Fantasy 3 will be going on. That's a good question. Thank you for... If you ever have a question like that and you're watching and you're curious about anything, just ask in the chat. It's not like it's like, we'll get angry. Obviously, this... Yeah, it's something we should constantly. We need to be answering all these questions. So feel free. If you have any questions about the marathon, just ask.
Look at that Motley Crue level hair.
Not that I want to stop, as this is a lovely MMO. Yeah, this one only got 2 hours in, but we had to show it some love, some Final Fantasy XI love. Both the MMOs got some love here today, and then after that we're going to be looping back around to our Mercy Killed games. That means games that ran out of time because we were on a schedule and weren't able to complete it in their time, so they had to wait to see if we got the extra
Rob
day.
doesn't start the Mercy's Kill playing.
Yeah, Rob's game would need more than just the Mercy Kill time.
Rob would need a whole extra day.
Rob would need like a week.
So we are $285 for me having to play Super Mario Brothers in the Mario Marathon. And oh wait, it's only 6 minutes left on this game. An hour, 6 minutes left on that offer. The choice is up to you. Whoa. My iPad just flown away. It came back to me. It's like a frisbee. Can I post my clip from last year in Cardboard? Yes, of course, sweet time. You know that you can post that. That's always allowed. Deli Flow said, do it. Do it.
I guess that guy must have been stopped.
That guy keeps running around with his sword just sticking straight up like, I don't know what's going on. That Tryon.
Because he's the prince. He can do what he wants.
He doesn't want to fall on his sword.
And there's that too.
Oh, yeah. Genius Mike. I sound like a frisbee. He goes, I think you mean a boomerang. A facepalm. Genius Mike. That's what we call it. That's why they call you Genius Mike. Are you like one of the many, what would you consider that? Many, cause you got Prison Mike, you got Genius Mike. Prison Mike, obviously everybody's favorite.
I'm actually amazed that I'm doing this well on this mission because it was designed to be done with an alliance of 18 level 75s.
Came back to me like a frisbee. That's the new saying.
The economic gamers.
I guess having a party of 4 level 90s is enough. I don't know where the other enemies are though.
Prison Mike might be the best Mike of all time. Exactly. Prison Mike. Everybody loves Prison Mike. And the Dementors. Prison Mike. You know what Prison Mike is? You don't know what Prison Mike is? Do you know what Prison Mike is? Oh my god. I'm crying on the inside.
Oh good, don't do it on the outside because you know.
On camera. But on the inside, tears.
Oh no, he killed him.
This music is, you're just supposed to be like bouncing to it at all times. So when you're playing the MMO the whole time, you just gotta like be bouncing around. You guys, oh,
Here we go.
That is a $5 donation from Scrumpalump.
Scrumpalump. I like.
FF11, so many fond memories. This goes to Nerfing Blau's choice.
Nerfing buff
We
choice.
can't eat.
No
That's not an
nerfs,
option.
but we will buff. And since it's Blau, I say buff Blau then.
Sure.
Can't nerf just because we don't want. I guess I don't know why we didn't do nerfing, but
It would probably complicate things.
yeah, Scully. I don't think we'll ever do any marathons back at the old house, just because the marathons have grown too big. But that's a good question though, Scully. Because it's like my parents' place, and we don't want to like, hey, there's like gonna be 30 people over for a week. See ya. Like they would be like, what? So sorry about that. Yeah, the one that was Chugga. That was the house that Chugga was in.
No, I've only been to your parents' house once.
I really
It
should.
wasn't even for a marathon.
Before
Because
getting into
I first
this
came
fight.
here after.
Oh yeah.
So it was Polygons.
But wait, I was gonna say something earlier. What was it about? Prison Mike? No, I don't know. My mind slipped. I was listening to Scully. So we had the $5 from, what was that person's name again? Because it was an awesome name.
That was, sorry, let me pull it up again.
We got to see that name again.
Scrumpalump?
Scrumpalump?
Yep.
I love this name. $5 from Scrumpalump. We can't nerf because we have our system. Yeah, the reason we can't, it's like we don't, our stat system actually doesn't allow for us, I think, to subtract from it. I'm sure we could, if we could have considered that, but it was just a little simple system. Nothing too crazy.
This is not a hotel. This is a tornado bunker.
This is a tornado bunker. It's a pretty
Yes.
nice tornado bunker. And yes, we are at a hotel, the Sheraton. And it's pretty awesome, actually. The hotel is pretty amazing.
But which Sheraton?
Much love to the Sheraton, by the way.
Somewhere in northern
California.
San Diego.
Treon's gonna die.
Uh-oh.
Does that say Snubble Mom?
It does say Snubble Mom.
Snubble Mom?
Of course you would love the name Chase.
Well, why? Of course I would love the name. And who is Snubble Mom? Is that Snubble's mom, which would be Lauren?
You and your lumps.
You and your lumps. Maybe that is Lauren, aka Britt's wife. I don't know. Maybe Snubble Mom. I'm interested now.
Oh, there's.
You said no, then Chase agrees with it. Wait, what? Said no to what? I'm confused now. True, somebody would have been negative stats. Lauren, is that you? She just says hello, so I'm guessing Snubble Mom is Lauren.
Did it?
Scrumpalump? Did you hear that name, Lauren? That's the best name. She said hee hee. That's gotta be Lauren. Scrumpalump.
I did that just in time, too. 'Cause now
Chase,
it's
you're
11.
bright.
But why is it Snubble Mom? Wouldn't it be Snubbles Mom? Plural?
Why not? Or maybe that was already taken.
We just don't know. Chase, you noob. I don't know what's happening.
Well, that's not helping your case.
I hope the room isn't near any hotel rooms because some of these donations have caused some super loud reactions. Yeah, this like whole floor is empty.
And I mean, most of the time, especially with doors closed, you can't. I'm like,
Yeah,
when
we're
the
out.
auction was going on and the doors closed, you couldn't really hear too much.
Yeah. How about that extension hype? Oh, what's up, James? How's it going? Yeah, definitely tons of hype for the 24-hour extension that we got, which we are on hour like 19 or 20 of it.
Which we barely got.
Yeah, it was a close one. She's the mom of all Snubble. That makes sense. Chase never lets a single detail go unnoticed. Zalpar, I literally have no idea what's going on right now.
This is not a grammar class.
Yes, we came to the conclusion that it's Lauren, but it still is confusing why it's called Snubble Mom instead of Snubble's mom. This is not a grammar class. If there was somebody who's better at grammar than me, it is definitely Lauren. So it's just very surprising that you would have the name Snubble Mom.
James, doing well, just dipped into 14 free trial for a little bit to do some questing, but caught a bit of squint being a pro paladin tank.
James he's been MVP this marathon. This dude's in the chat all day, every day. I don't even know when he sleeps, honestly. He's been gone for just a little while now, but he's back in the chat. I'm questioning if he's a robot. Hour 19 or 20? I think we're on hour 19 or 20, yeah? Let me think. Of the extension. I mean, like, we have hour 19 or 20 remaining.
We're not that far.
Yeah, I should have said, I worded it.
We have 19
terribly.
hours left.
19 hours left? Okay, there we go. I sleep for a good while, Chase, don't worry. Well, I guess our schedule is just in synchronization, because every time I'm around, I see you in the chat. Yeah, I worded it wrong there, Gomer Pyle. My bad. When I said we're on it, I guess I meant like remaining. In my
We're
head,
in
it was counting down. Yeah, I said it backwards. Dummy.
Oh wow, it's already after 11.
Yeah.
What is the pronoun Snowball abides by though?
Log out.
Yeah.
We're okay. Our 175 or 600 hour
600
marathon. Heck
hours.
no. Gam Green's talking crazy. I don't think you can add special characters to Twitch names, can you? I think you're only allowed an underscore. That's like the only thing I ever see in names. But you still put an S.
It's crazy that this dude is about to talk because he's totally a bad dude.
He is wearing...
This guy. He's a bad guy.
Bad guy?
That guy behind him's a bad guy too.
I don't even understand what's happening. They're just being... Oh,
He's giving a victory speech.
the kids are crying?
That's a guy?
I can't.
Yeah, that's a guy.
This hair beats mine and Metal's combined.
Yeah, I know.
He's a villain. Of course it does.
Oh, no, I'm causing knots to happen in this eye patch. Not like this.
Not like this with a cape.
That's not a guy.
the guy. So Lotus is doing the old Final Fantasy.
Ye old.
I remember trying it nearly 10 years ago, but the menu-based UI kind of made it cumbersome for me.
Ye old.
The menu-based UI worked great when it was on PlayStation. Not really so much on PC.
Oh, I see, I see. Alright, the eye patch, I think it's a little tangled, but oh well. There can be other sons named Snubble, so Snubble Mom means she's the first one, and all the others are imitating. That's true. That's true. There's Scrumpalump. There is the Scrumpalump in the
I
chat.
saw him post a little bit. A few minutes
I
ago.
missed the earlier post,
Yeah.
but I got to see it.
What in the world are these things?
The original
Kashi.
Scrumpalump. What the heck is that?
That's Kashi.
This is a little weird. Kind of creepy looking. Lurker status revoked. Scrumpalump and their lurkering ways. That's the thing nightmares are made of, Chase. I don't know if I'm thinking adorable when I'm looking at these cats.
Have you ever seen Final Fantasy VII?
I've seen it, but I don't remember anything.
Remember that giant Moogle-looking thing, the white thing that was one of the party members?
Kate Sith.
Yeah.
Maybe?
It had a little one of those on top of it.
Yeah, but it's not a Moogle.
mechanical one.
No, this isn't a Moogle.
No, I'm saying, but it's not a Moogle, the one that you're talking about.
No, I mean it was a robot, but it was in the shape of a Moogle, and then it had one of these on top, which was also a robot.
That is...
Or rather, that was a robot, and maybe the other one was like a
we'll get to
machine,
see it
you know,
again, because Final Fantasy VII is one of the Mercy games, and he's starting from the beginning, I believe. So you're going to see a rerun of it all.
Doesn't he
That
skip?
does seem pretty similar.
Doesn't he skip Kashi?
Oh, yeah, good point. He skips the
Is that skip-
majority
is it
of the
skippable?
game.
I mean, I guess I don't know the.
He dead. He's gonna hit the ground and shatter. He dead.
That's okay. There's like 20 of them.
That's how you think of it. Ah, it's okay. There's a lot of them.
It's a lot more story than I remember there being in 11.
There's Mystic Quest in the chat. What's up, dude? But yeah, it looks like it's like what? How far are we away from the donation goal? Actually, in the game's about to swap out now.
Yeah,
It
as soon as
should
this
be.
cutscene's
Yeah.
over,
As soon as the cutscene ends, we're gonna be swapping out to over to WoW Gamer in Final Fantasy 3.
I'm actually parked at World of Darkness, so I just gotta kill 4 bosses and then
Oh,
go
so
out of darkness.
you're already ready
I
to go.
may have done some off-screen.
He did a little bit of grinding.
preparation.
He did a little bit of grinding. I walked in and he was on the floor just, I was like, "You grinding?" He's like, "I'm grinding."
What kind of grinding do you think I was doing?
Also, what's the total till the amount that I've set earlier?
I'll be right back.
595, and we need 31,875.
So is that?
So we still need about
two-
$285.
$285. I think I'm sitting pretty like an hour for $285, and that's to get me to play Super Mario Bros. I don't think that's gonna happen. So I think it's pretty safe. By the way, buffs. If anybody donates during time, Oh, did you buff? By the way,
Yeah.
remember I said you buffed Silver Moon.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All donations during that period are assumed as a buff to Silver Moon, just for this 1 hour,
Except
of course.
for the fact that all of them buffed other people.
Yeah, that they're kind of cheating me. On that. Chase, is Josh still gonna play the After Years with as much mercy kills as there is?
The thing
As
about that is
much.
that
Well,
most of the mercy kills were right at the end, and the ones that weren't were so far out that they're not going to bother.
I know mine and JD's was pretty. JD still had like
Except for
one more
Kebby.
dungeon.
Kebby's the only one that's going to be like a lengthy mercy kill.
Where did
run.
Ruju get to?
Chase is okay. I think there's a donation sent to Grigov for which he'll do. Oh yeah. They're talking about for you to. But you're saying there won't be enough time.
There should be.
There should be.
Yeah. Right now, After Years is winning. Hopefully, Wild Gamer wrote that down somewhere.
I am keeping a mental note.
You need to write it down for future producers.
I think it's
What's
just
up, Chief?
It's just one buff though for it.
Whatever you want to talk about,
Well,
Chief.
not buff.
Anytime people donate, we also go by what conversation they want. Come back, whatever conversation they want. But currently, there's no specific topic dominating the conversation. If you want to talk food, Chief, we'll talk food. Food talk: sausage sandwich, salmonella. What? I'll pass on the salmonella. Hold the salmonella. I'm still upset about the bacon thing. You're talking about with Blau here and his non-bacon ways. In which case, I 100% agree with you, Chief. Does whiskey count
It's
as
a giant
food?
mouth.
I think you have a problem there, Joy Punk. That was a giant mouth. Combination? Did I say combination? I don't know.
What was the other game? Dimensions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not bring it back up. Haha. Gravy Train. All about the Gravy Train. White gravy, am I right, boys? Cam Green gets it.
White gravy is the best. Oh.
Hold the Ella. I'll take some salmon. I wouldn't even risk that because you just end up with some fish. That's just not worth.
So right now it's $5 towards After Years and 0 towards Dimensions.
There you go. Is this event basically GDQ's little brother? This event would be like the older, way less successful brother. We.
Wow.
Wait, what? Who are you calling less successful?
Because GDQ's like
Yeah.
been around. Well, they've been around longer than most people realize, but that when they really hit the stratosphere, they were like boom. That's when a lot of people think of GDQ these days, and they're insanely successful. And we are just grateful that they have plugged us and showed us some love this marathon. Definitely, everybody here watches GDQ, of course, and some of our members have been to both events. Specifically, Space Coyote has been to a GDQ as well. Oh, and Phil and Baltez, I believe.
Cutscene is finally over.
Hey, I'm the younger brother out of the brothers. Hope you know that, Cam Green. So, just saying.
So if I jump over there, who's gonna jump?
So are you
in?
RPG Limit Break or something? I mean, I don't know how long that's been around either.
And Jazz and Toast. Yep. I guess the reason I said here, I mean like physically actually here at this marathon. But yes, Jazz and Toast. Obviously, Jazz has been to a ton of both of our marathons. Yeah, GDQ is like the combination of a ton of communities. Like, there isn't one single community. GDQ is the event, and they're made up of like so many communities. Because every game, it's crazy. If you get like, there's just one. You can look some like, I don't know. You're looking at some really obscure game, and there'll be like this huge speedrunning community for a game that's like 20 years old.
20. There's speedrunning communities for games that are older than that.
But I mean, like, oh yes, yeah, it could be 30 years old.
And sometimes even games that were never really that big.
Yeah, because I guess you look at
If I'm jumping on here, who's jumping over there?
Do you wanna produce there, Lotus?
I guess I can for a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Because like the
Polygons.
NES games are
Yeah.
way older than that. And wait, how old would the NES be?
I think the American NES, I think was it 86 or 87 came out. I think.
87.
That's what I thought. And then the Famicom, Japanese version came out I think the year before.
So yeah, that's like 30 years, and so because some of the NES
Yeah,
games
30
have
years, pretty
pretty
much.
massive communities around them. So yeah,
Yeah,
30
I know
years.
one streamer I follow. Most of his stuff that he speedruns are NES games. Occasionally, some other games. Like some Genesis games I've seen. I think some TurboGrafx games.
Was Anna involved in SGDQ this year? Yeah, I believe she even did
Yeah,
some
she was
announcing.
there. I heard her.
Yeah, she did some of the announcing
at least
stuff.
for one shift. Oh, and
Don't start it up yet.
she and Toast have been spotted a few
I gotta
times.
reopen the. There we go.
Oh, Catman8, we're glad you found out about us. Yeah, we got lucky. GDQ, they hosted us, and GDQ donated, and Cool Maddie's been hanging out in the chat from time to time. Most of the time, probably he throws up after he looks at some of the runs, because every time I see Cool Maddie around, there's a mercy kill going on, and I'm always like,
I think. Well, see, they started hosting us when Rob started his run.
yeah, so you guys know I love Rob. Rob's like a brother. But that run was rough. And there was a strategy guide involved. And they were GDQ people who were obviously the best of the best runners. So they had to have been so confused when they went to GDQ and they saw a guy with the strategy guide. Strategy guide just like looking at his screen and looking. It was hard times. But nonetheless, GDQ, where when it comes to speed, the speed that we're going at is massively different. But they've definitely been showing us some love regardless, and we definitely want people to be aware that we are
Assuming
huge fans of them.